Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Teresa. Thanks for being here. So it's time to start our fall winter peels. I can't do peels on my face yet because I'm gonna go get microblading done to my eyebrows in about 5 days. So I'm gonna be doing my chest today. And I'm gonna be using the 13% TCA from Platinum Skincare, and code LBV10 saves you 10% on your peels over there. So this is $40 before my discount code. So there's lots of hyperpigmentation on my chest. I'm also a side sleeper, so I want to get the hyperpigmentation looking better. It takes a series of 6 to 8 peels to start seeing really good results. So you really have to be patient with peels. So it'll help with the hyperpigmentation. It'll help to induct collagen because you're causing a controlled burn. And I could use 20% on my chest, considering it is body, but this area is still a sensitive area. So I'm choosing to use 13%. I recommend going hard on peels. That's how I ended up burning my leg and leaving hyperpigmentation. That has taken 2 years to finally fade it all, and that's with doing peels. So slower is better. And you could start with 13% and work up to 5 layers. And after 5 layers a few times, then you can go to 20%. So that's what I'm choosing to do to not leave hyperpigmentation on my chest. According to the pamphlet on page 14, you can do 2 to 3 layers once every 2 to 4 weeks, or 4 to 5 layers once every 4 to 7 weeks. You're gonna wanna listen to your body on this. You're not just gonna keep putting layers on even though you're seeing a lot of white blanching and it's turning red. You're not gonna wanna do that, so pay attention to your body. Always wear sunscreen. So you don't want to be doing your peels in the spring and summer months when you're actively outside, because you're going to cause more hyperpigmentation. You really have to protect this area of your chest. So I'm going to be doing my chest today. Things that you will need. So you will need alcohol. So if you don't buy the Prep B solution from Platinum Skincare, you can use 91% isopropyl alcohol. So 90% defats the skin, whereas 70% disinfects. So that is the difference between your isopropyl alcohols. You're also going to want to keep the area moist after doing it. So I will apply some Synthesix that they sent me with their eye peel. So I'll be applying that, and then I'll be using some emu oil. But you can also use Aquaphor to keep it moist. So you're going to want to put a layer on a couple times a day to keep that area moist. You do not want your peels to peel too early because you risk hyperpigmentation. So if it hasn't worked off of that piece of skin and you're peeling it, you could peel other layers of the skin that aren't ready to peel, and then you leave hyperpigmentation. So just leave your peel alone, keep them moist, let them do their thing. Since this is my body, this could take up to 2 weeks to peel. I don't suspect it will, but it can. You'll need gauze. And then you'll need a little, I like to use this little cap that came with a mineral mist bottles or whatever. So I just pour my TCA in here. I have a little fan if I need it. But if you want to numb for TCA pills, you can. So some people will say, oh, it impacts the skin. I'm very sensitive. My skin is very sensitive. So sometimes I have to use numbing in order to be able to do TCA peels. I can't do any other kind of peels. My skin is way too sensitive for any other kind of peels besides TCA and esters. Those are the only 2 kinds of peels that I can do. You'll also need gloves. You want gloves so that you are not burning your finger skin and having that peel. Trust me, it's kind of weird and it sucks to have dry hands and then they're peeling in the winters. The 91% alcohol on my chest. So you see this hyperpigmentation here. I guess it's like an H spot. I asked the dermatologist about it. He said it's fine. Maybe it's just another cherry angioma because I am prone to developing those. Normally on my legs, and that's why I burned my legs with TCA, 2-star TCA, because I was trying to burn off cherry angiomas because the pins, those zapper pins, those didn't work. All right, so that's 1 layer, or 1 clean. I'm gonna actually do another one because I just want to make sure all of the surface oils are off of my chest because we don't want those there. So I'm gonna undo my vial here. I'm gonna dump the whole thing. It's not that hard for me to put it back in. Here we go. I'm gonna get some gauze pads and we're gonna fold those in quarters. So dipping in my cup of solution here. So I am gonna fold this one more time just so it fits in here. And in order to not get a much deeper peel than you think, you need to be wringing this out. so that there's no drips. Okay, so unfolding it, well, I'm gonna fold it in half, so like this, and now I'm gonna start applying it. So just a sweep all the way across. Trying to make it as even as possible. And I probably will hit that spot with a Q-tip. And I am coming down to the top of my chest and in between my cleavage, because this is where I get a lot of wrinkles. And then this will be 5 minutes. So, okay, so not too bad on my chest. Normally it's pretty bad. Like the first 2 minutes are the hardest as far as peels because they do burn, but I'll be back in 5 minutes. That honestly was not too bad at all. And you can see that I'm only starting at my collarbone here. I'm looking in the mirror to my left because it helps obviously, but no frosting yet, so we're gonna go to the third layer. A little bit of frosting in areas. So I'm frosting right here and right here and right here. So I'm just gonna kind of swipe down the middle and then start back down here. This is my fourth layer. So approaching 5 minutes, and the redness in my chest, that is telling me I am done. So there's like spots of frosting, but it's the redness that says you are done, this is it, kaput. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this little red spot that I have naturally. Like this is where my shirt line is, and it's going to be very important for me to make sure my chest is covered up and I have sunscreen on, and I'm reapplying sunscreen every single day. Now I'm just going to kind of like hit this spot pretty good. That's going to be pretty deep. So now I'm going to just do 5 minutes for this spot. All right, it's time. So I got my bowl of ice water here that's been sitting here since I started. Just dipping this rag in it, and the ice is all stuck together. That would have been a good idea to leave my gloves on. Okay, it is so cold that it is freezing the towel. Okay, so just like this. And you're gonna do this for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, just re-dipping it and putting it back in here. Now I got the Syntha 6 and the Emu oil to put on. So I'm gonna do, the instructions call for 2 to 3 drops, and that's just for the eyes. And since this is my chest in a larger area, I'm probably gonna do about like a 1 dropper full, rub it in between my hands and apply. All right, now we're gonna do the Emu oil, 3 pumps of this. I will be back with updates when this starts peeling and all that. So I'm gonna put sunscreen on, and then when I go to bed tonight, I will put Aquaphor. It's been 8 days since I did the TCA on my chest, and I did take a kind of like one of those hand mitt exfoliators on my chest today when I was in the shower. It looks refreshed, it looks renewed, it's like shiny and glowy, and I love it. Still gotta work on the hyperpigmentation, and that's what this is all about. It's just continuing on with my chemical peels this winter season. All right guys, till the next video, bye. Don't forget to use code LVV10.